Abhishek Bachchan, known for his pride in being a girl dad, recently reflected on parenting and the values he hopes to instill in his teenage daughter, Aaradhya. Drawing inspiration from his own parents, Amitabh and Jaya Bachchan, he emphasized the importance of learning from the younger generation. In an interview with CNBC TV 18, Abhishek shared, "You spend a lifetime trying to search for who you are, but there are certain values that you should stand by. And if you can manage to be recognized and remembered by those values, I think you have led a successful life." That's kind of how I was brought up. These are the things that I've seen my parents do, and I hope I am able to do the same for my daughter. He also explored the idea of whether parents are always the best teachers. I don't know if parents are the best teachers. I am on the fence for that. I think our emotions and desire for our children to get it right, succeed, and not hurt themselves come in the way. Our emotions towards them maybe color our judgment. A parent should lead and teach by example. Today, whatever I have learned and imbibed from my parents is by seeing the way they conduct themselves, not necessarily by what they told me I should be doing. Thankfully, they have given me the freedom to take my own decisions. But if I'm ever stuck, I would still sit back and say, what would my dad have done? If he or my mom approached this scene, for example, he said, "Resilience, dignity, and principles are values Abhishek holds dear. You have to learn to be resilient, hold on to your dream, and fight for it. With that, you also have to stand for dignity. I don't know if that's going to be easy, but it's one of the toughest ones. There should be sense of principles and living by them. Live life on your terms and hold your head high," he explained. Reflecting on his father's influence, he added, "My dad is 82 and still shooting KBC since 7 in the morning. He is leading by example. I want to be like that. I go to bed and think that even when I am 82, I want my daughter to be able to say that about me, that he is still at it." Speaking about the younger generation, Abhishek observed, "I think they kids will show you the way ahead." One thing that I've realized with the younger generation is that they are very different. To start with, they have no sense of hierarchy like we did. When we grew up, we knew that once your parents say something, you just listen to it. The younger generation is far more inquisitive. They want to know why. They will not just do something because their parents said it. Just because you're older does not mean you have the right answer. They have Google. He further noted, they don't need to go to their parents to ask questions. They come to them for love. They're not dependent on their parents for that factor. They need a justification of why they are doing something, and I think that's wonderful. They will dictate how we treat them going forward. Mine just turned 13. She has about 50 trillion questions on an hourly basis. Abhishek credited his niece, Navya Nanda, and nephew, Agastya, for preparing him for fatherhood. With Aaradhya, I had a bit of a soft landing because I have seen my niece and nephew grow up. I was kind of used to it and knew what to expect with Aaradhya. They are by no means rude. In fact, they are very well-mannered. We just need to tilt our perspective towards it, he shared. On the professional front, Abhishek was last seen, and I Want to Talk, 2024, and is gearing up for the releases of Be Happy and Houseful 5 this year.